Hey guys, welcome to the second project of the TKINTER series for beginners. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a calculator. So, let's jump right into it. First, as usual, we'll say from TKINTER info start. Then, we'll make the window, say root is equal to tk. Then, we'll do root.main loop, and now we'll make the buttons of the calculator. So as you might know, the first topmost on the top left corner, the button of the calculator is 7. So we'll make it first. So 7 button is equal to button root text is equal to 7. Font is equal to Comic Sans MS bold, and font size is 25. And now we pack this, but not like we used to do in the previous videos. We won't say 7 button dot pack because we will have to use grid here. So we will say 7 button dot grid, and then we have to go give some row to it, which because it is in the top left corner, the row will be 0 and the column will be 0. So let's save this, and if I run this, as you can see, it is in the top left corner. Now I'll make the 8 button, because on the right side of 7 it's 8. So 8 button is equal to, it's basically everything here is same. So I'll copy it and paste it. Instead of 7 we'll put 8, and then 8 button dot grid, and this time the row will be 0 but the column will be 1. And now we'll do 9 button is equal to button, it's in root, text is 9, and let's copy this again. 9 button dot grid, row is 0 again but column is 2. So if I run this, as you can see, we have 7 here, then 8, and then 9. The next buttons which will be below 7 will be 6. So now it won't be 6, it will be 4. So we will do 4 is equal to button, then root is equal to root text is equal to 4. Then we'll paste it here. 4 button, I didn't add button. Button dot grid. This time the row will be 1 but column will be 0. Now 5 button, again we'll just, oops, I added 2 commas here. Okay, so we'll copy this and paste it here at the button, and why is it showing error? Okay, so now we will go 5 button dot grid again, and this time the row will be 1 but column will be 1 2. So now we will do 6 button. Again I'll copy this and paste here. Make this 6, make this 5, 6 button, dot grid row is equal to 1 but column is equal to 2. Let's save this and run this, and say 4 5 6 7 8 9. Great. Now what we'll have to do is add 1 2 3. So we can start with 1. Maybe 1 button is equal to button. It's in root, and I should copy this again and paste it again here, and this will become 1. And here we will do 1 button dot grade row will be 2 but column will be 0. Now let's copy all of this, and instead of 1 we will do 2 here as well, here as well, and the row will remain same but the column will become 1. Now we have to do 3 button is equal to button and copy this, turn this, change this into 3, and then 3 button dot grade row is equal to 2 and the column is equal to 2. So if I run this, now it is running, but I'm not able to see it. Okay, yeah. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now we need one more button, which is 0. So we'll make 0 button is equal to button. It's in root again. Text is 0. Font is Comic Sans MS bold, and font size is 25. Now we'll do 0 button dot grid. Now the row will be 3 but the column will be 1. So rather than this, it will be right in the middle. Yeah, as you can see there, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now let us make function for each button which will get run when you click on that button. So I'll define f7. F means function. Then what this function will do is it will make a variable called value, and that value will be 7. So okay, now for that, first we have to make a label. Let's call it display is equal to label, and this label is in root again, and its text is blank. Currently for some time it will be blank, and then font and all is same. I won't write it again. I will just copy it and paste it here. Okay, so now what we'll do is pack this label. Now because we have used grid so many times, now we cannot use pack in any widget. So we have to use grid everywhere now. Here, because we have to use a row as 0, because this display has to be on the top. It will show whatever button you click and its value, like it happens in the calculators. So the row will be 0, but the column will be 0 too. Because this has become 0, we have to add 1 to every single row of our buttons to keep them all little down, so we don't get any issues. So 2 will become 3, and 2 will become 3, will become 4, and now if I run this, this is very annoying. Okay, we see a label here and it is empty now. So what this function will do is, first it will take the value of the label, the current value it has. So the value so far, let's say, is equal to display dot cget, and then I have to put the variable which you want to get, and that is text. So what this will do is take the text from the label. So now what we will do is add 7 to the current text of the label. So for example, if now the label is 0, okay, so when you if I made some other button and its function where it made the value 2, then if you press 7 it will make 27, and then 8, and then make 278, like that. And then what you will do is do display dot config. We will change the text of this label. We will put an f string here. What we will do is do value so far, and then we will add the value. Okay, so because now, okay, for testing it, let us call this function with this button. So you say command is equal to F7. Now if I run this, as you can see, if I click this 7, it shows 7 here. I click it again and again, it increases to it. But if I click any other button, nothing happens because we have not given any function to those buttons. So let's do it now. Let's copy all of this and paste it here. 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to do it 10 times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 7 after we will do 8, then 9, then 4, then 5, then 6, then not 7 but 1, then 2, then 3, and at last 0. Okay, so now we just have to change the names of these functions, so let's do that as well. F8, F9, F4, F5, F6, F1, F2, F3, and F0. Now let's call this function by the button. So we'll say command is equal to F8. Here we'll say command is equal to F9. Here we'll say command is equal to F4. Here command is equal to F5. Here command is equal to F6. Here F1. Here F2. Here F3, and finally here F0. So now if I run this, it's a 2, 5, 6, 4, and it works. So now we have to make buttons for each operation. There's plus, there's minus, there's multiplication and division. So we'll say plus, or yeah, let's say add button is equal to button, it's in root again, and its text is plus, and then its font and all is same. So I'll copy this, paste it here, but its command is add. Let's make this function quickly here. We'll say define add. What it will do is again get the values so far, which is display dot get the text, and what you do to it is you say display dot config, and text is equal to again an f string. We do values so far and add a plus after it. That's how it happens in normal calculators. When you click the plus, it adds a symbol after it, after the value. So now what we'll do is add now we'll do if, let's do it here. Okay, if Now that will be in the equal to button, so we'll need an equal to button as well. So let's quickly do it. Equal button is equal to button, it's in root again, its text is equal to, and the font is same, its command is equal. Let's make this function here. So it's a define equal, and we'll do the same thing. We'll get the value so far, and now if there is any plus symbol in our value so far, then what we'll do is make what we have to do is remove the plus from the whole thing, otherwise it will be, it won't happen. So for that we have to turn this value so far into a list. So for that I will change the name of the variable into values, and then I will say list, and then value so far dot split, and I will split it wherever there is a plus sign. And then what I will do is make another variable called answer. This variable is the integer of the first item of the list of values plus the integer of the second item of the list of values. I hope you understand this. See, this means to get the first item of the list. The list is values and 0 means the first item of it. We're just turning it into int, and I have to put a bracket here. Okay, so now what we'll do is change the display into the answer again. So display.config text is equal to answer. Now you have to pack this equal button. So we'll say equal button dot grid row is equal to, we haven't packed the add button yet, so I'll do it now. So add button dot grid row is equal to, it is right before the 0 button, so the row will be same, the row will be 4, but the column will be 1 less, so column will be 0. For the equal button, the row will be same again, but the column will be 1 more than the 0 button, which is 2. So now if I run this, and as you can see it's a plus and equal to here. If I write 5 plus 6 and plus equal to, we get 11. Then if I do 11 plus 4, we get 15, and we can keep doing it. But this value right here will stay there, like you cannot remove it. Now I will show you how to make an add all clear button very soon, but we have to make other buttons before it. So now I'll make a minus button is equal to button. Again I'll copy all this and paste it here. Turn this into minus and the command will be minus. I haven't made it yet, so let's do it right here. Define minus, and again it's the same thing. I'll just copy paste it, and instead of plus we'll do a minus. It's really simple, guys. Now in the equal button we have to do alif minus in. Actually, let's copy this to save our time. Okay, change this into minus, change this into minus, sorry, minus, yeah, and let's back this minus button. By that I mean give it a grid. Row is equal to 4 again. No, this time it won't be 4, but I want the plus and the minus button to be in one row. So I'll give it the place of the equal to button, and I'll put the equal to button down at 5 below plus. So now if I run this, as you can see, we see plus here and minus here. And now if I do 5 minus 5 and then equal to, we get 0. If I do 5 minus 7, we get minus 2. It works with negative numbers as well. That's what I love about it. Anyways, now this is all I want to show in this video, guys. What I want you to do is, this is your homework, okay? You have to make a multiply button and divide button. This is your homework. And an all clear button. These 3 things. And if you want to be a little creative about it, you can make it look a little better, the calculator, by adding some padding and all, but I've shown it in my previous videos. So guys, this was it for today's video. Hope you liked, and if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.